Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Ancestral Messages, and this is going to be a shadow work read for the collective sign of Taurus. Now, there's no timestamps on the read. Whenever you're led to this message is when you were supposed to get it. So, before we get into the details of the read, let's pray. Great Creator, Father God, Divine Mother, Mother Mary, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, I just pray and ask for wisdom and clarity for any messages need to come through for the collective sign of Taurus for this, their shadow work read. In Jesus' name, amen. Alright, I'm going to start out with a couple of the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards, and then we're going to go from there, and I'll explain the read as I lay out the card tarot. Alright, one more shuffle. Here we go. Embracing enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness. And ascending the mountain, keep going forward. I feel like there is healing that is already happening. This read will detail other little areas that need to be addressed. Originally called the mess read, mental, emotional, spiritual, and relationship with self. I changed the title to shadow work. That's basically what it is. It's pointing to those areas that need to be healing, need to be addressed, that need healing. The shadows, darkness within you that may need to be alchemized to the light. But in order to do so, you have to let them speak to you and find out the roots of why it's coming up and why it's coming up now. Because it is also a part of you. It's just that it could be a wound, misunderstanding, a lie that you're telling yourself too. That could be one of these shadows too. But if you allow them to speak to you, then you transform them and you heal them. So, mental, emotional, spiritual, relationship with self. 5 of Swords, 9 of Wands, Tower. Page of Cups. I feel like this is past energy. It's just, I'll get there in a second, because mental, okay, emotional is the Lovers, Devil, 8 of Cups, Page of Pentacles. There's pages appearing. Spiritual. King of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, Magician, 3 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles for your relationship with self, Knight of Swords, the Fool, and 7 of Swords. You are rescuing yourself. Good job. Okay, now listen. This is what the world sees. This is the heart of the matter. This is what's in shadow. Like, this is just beyond the shadow work that you need to do. This is just beyond the healing, and this is hidden from view. Few shadows can appear here. Because once we face... Okay, listen, I'll explain it this way. The closer to the light you get, the more light you fill yourself up with, the more of the dark, yucky stuff comes to the surface. When it comes to the surface, it needs to be faced. It needs to be acknowledged as part of you. It needs to be listened to before it can become light. Before this higher ascension happens and the healing and you get closer to God. That's basically what happens. But sometimes some of these parts of ourselves that are dark and they may come across like it's no big deal, and then behind them is something, the truth of what the little thing that you had to face was. And I feel like this one is one of those. Now, what the world sees, and the reason that I included that, and I feel like because I was led to this type of read, so it wasn't mine. Angels, ancestors, my spirit guide, just among others is my late husband. So this is what the world sees, and the reason we need to include that in here is because there may be perception or misconceptions at play. This could affect your relationship with other people. It could also affect what's going on with you too. So let's jump in. Mentally, people see this. Your social circle, people that you run into every day, co-workers, could be associates, people, neighbors. Five of Swords energy. My oldest son, I love how he describes this. He describes this card like this, and it just knocks it down to the bare base knuckles of this card. This card represents high school gossiping. This is like when you're in school and it's, oh, she said this. Then by the time it gets to you, 10 other people have added to it, and it's, that's that card. So people are seeing this, that they're seeing that this is on your mind. And the way that they see that it's on your mind is because you talk about it. Whatever's on our mind mentally comes out sometimes in our words. And it comes out in a way of, like, if we see someone else in that situation, we'll be very defensive of them. Not even knowing the entire story, that's how it comes out. But you could be watching a show where you can hear of something on the news, or a celebrity. And I hate that they're called that, but anyway, it's just like a personal thing to me, because they're people too. They're just working. So it's just but you could see like a news program and be very adamant about it, and because it resonates with you, so there's a defense there. That's how they see this. What they're seeing is not that you're gossiping about other people, it's just that you've dealt with this from other people. So now when you see the underdog, proverbial underdog, being like kicked around in conversation, you get defensive, like, you don't know what was said, you don't know this person, why are you talking about him? That's how it comes out. This is what other people are seeing that's on your mind. At the heart of the matter, though, and I'm not saying though, is that it's a situation that you've had to deal with. Situation that needs healed. It's a big shadow in the room. It's a big elephant in the room. 9 of Wands and Tower. 9 of Wands is being on the defensive. And there's that Tower. You've had this happen to you. Whoever this is for has had this happen to you. They have been talking behind your back. They don't know shit of what they were talking about. But you thought these were people that had your back, and they were talking about you, and it put you on the defensive. So mentally, it's going to come out in conversation because you're still dealing with it. And like I said, it's like the elephant in the room. It's huge. You don't want to talk about it. You keep acting like you're skirting the issue. You're really not skirting the issue. Everyone hears it from you in one way or another. It comes out in conversation. Even if you don't readily talk about it, there's some degree of it coming up in conversation. There is some degree. This speaks loud over here. What's hidden on the other end of this, once you get through this healing, what's on the other end of it? It's Page of Cups. This could be the person that has done this to you wanting to come back in with this. Page of Cups is a little love offer. Like, it may not look big, but it may be very sincere. This could be an apology too. I feel like it's an apology. But you have to heal this first. When we are betrayed, when we are hurt emotionally, it affects us spiritually, it affects our self-worth, it affects our relationship with self. But the one place it affects the most is mentally, because we replay it in our minds. I feel like this person wants to apologize and they want to offer this. It may be small, it may seem like it's immature, but I really feel like it's a sincere apology. But this is the elephant in the room. This is huge. The energy off of this corner is like someone was talking, and I'm just going to be, I guess I'll let the manner come out at me, or the hood come out at me. Somebody was talking shit about something they didn't know anything to fuck about. That's what this major deal was over here. And it's on your mind, and it's got to be healed. It's got to be taken care of. You have to face it because they want to bring an apology in. It's something small, but I feel like it is sincere, like I said. Emotionally, I'm going to light incense here. Emotionally, the world is seeing something completely different than what's going on. They are. And like I said, people's perception, it's almost like one of those things of they're going to talk anyway. And they will. They're going to talk anyway. It don't matter if they know the truth or not. People are going to talk. But this is one of those things of where people are making assumptions, I feel like. And I feel like with this card, because this is what the world sees with you emotionally, Lover's card, I feel like everyone's assuming that you're with somebody, they just can't figure out who it is because you're happy. I'm just telling you how it looks. Like, don't shoot the messenger. That's what I'm saying. So they're assuming you're with somebody. It doesn't mean you're with somebody. It's an assumption. This could be part of this rumors that's going around. Like, I even feel like, too, like with this, with the world really feeling like people, social circle, and you talking about this, I feel like they know other people are talking about you because some of them are talking. Because they're under this assumption, and I feel like this, they're under this assumption that your business is their business. No. At the heart of the matter when it comes to the emotional side here. Another shadow in the room here. The Devil card and Eight of Cups. Feel like you're following your heart. You are following your heart. But, well, you're following your heart. You're trying to get away from this energy. But do you see where the crow is facing? It's facing back to this devil energy. It's still the same elephant. I feel like it's still the same elephant in the room. Because it's like you're re-examining this emotionally, but you don't want to re-examine it. Like, where did I go wrong? What happened? And it's almost like seeing them in public and saying, I would have done this for them. I would have done that for them. Look at who they are with. If they have downgraded, let them downgrade. It's fine. That means you got room to upgrade, honey. Like, it's that type of energy. But it's like you're following your heart to walk away from them, but at the same time, you're looking back. Like, you're re-examining it. But everybody around you think you with somebody, and you're not with anybody. I feel like you're not. That's where because, okay, look. There are some people that even though they're heartbroken, they're dealing with the heartbreak, they're healing from the heartbreak, they are happy. They're happy. There's happiness here. There is. There's a lot of healing needs to happen here, but there is happiness here. And you just have people thinking and talking. What's hidden on the other side of this is Page of Pentacles. There's another page. This one shows up when you got to learn something. You're going to be learning something about yourself. That means it's going to be test time. Shadow is going to be taken care of. There's going to be healing. Then you're going to be delivered a test. And it's not going to be one of those tests where you're in a dark room and the actual test is your attitude about the test. No, this is going to be bright. You're going to have teachers around. This is going to be a test in front of you. You're going to have to answer it the right way, because if you don't, you're going to have to repeat all of this all over again. It's one of those tests. Because they're going to come back with an apology. Let them apologize. It's a sincere apology. It is. Doesn't mean that the cycle starts over again. Now, spiritually, what people are seeing. Now, spiritually, the way it shows up in your social circle is your aura, what you have your mind focused on, where your priorities are. That's another area that it shows up. You got the King of Pentacles. There's that earth energy, but it's putting your head down and working. Making your pentacle. That's all you got on your mind. This is what the world sees. So this is what cracks me up here. Even before I get over here. This is what cracks me up. Your social circle sees you doing this. And yet, they're assuming you got somebody, a few of them talking, making that assumption, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I've been there. Let them talk. Because you got stuff going on here. Like, you have something that's in the process of healing, but this is specific that needs to be healed. Like, it's a certain area that needs to be focused on. And when that gets focused on, the rest of it will fall into place. Because you deal with the big elephant in the room, then you can fill the room with more light. You have more of an understanding of what's going on, then deal with the little stuff there. And behind the elephant could be a wound that needs to be taken care of. You'll get to that when you get to that. First, you have to deal with the big thing in the room. Spiritually, what's at the heart of the matter, this looks like opposing energies. It does. Because the magician talks about manifesting. This is about pulling, it's like visualization, it's creating new life for yourself, creating pathway, pulling into existence what you want out of life and what you feel like you're destined for it, like pulling into existence in your own personal life with the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is that crossroads energy of like, which way do I go? What is that animal? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? It'll come to me later. And it's funny, my late husband usually does the cartoon thing with me. It's hilarious. Cartoon thing where he'll give me an incident where it's funny or a song lyric or something. Okay. Anyway. But this feels like, it may look like opposing energies, but it's really not. I really feel like you are manifesting what you want. What you desire, what your heart is longing for. You are manifesting that. But you're taking the manifestation as, what do I have to do to get there? So you're at like this crossroads of like, which road's going to lead me there? Just tell me which road's going to lead me there. So it's like is that what it is? Oh, that's funny. He also gave it, okay, that's what he gave me. There was like this vision of someone driving around at night. And it's symbolic of the spiritual road. Like it's symbolic of your course in life. Take it that way. But it's like driving around at night and you go down every single road. And you are trying to get through every single road to figure out which one's yours. Okay, you don't need to do that. When you're manifesting, the road will open up to you. What is that saying? There's a saying. I think it's an Irish blessing, isn't it? It's supposed to be like, may the road rise up to meet you. Your road will rise up to meet you. Is that the way the saying goes? May the road rise up to meet you. I feel like that's the way it goes. Okay, so beyond this, because this is, you have one here. Big elephant. Big shadow in the room. This is pain. This is hurt. This is really this anger with it too. Part of that is this emotional thing too. That you're questioning what happened. But you also have a shadow here of wanting to push it. Wanting to look for it physically. Like wanting to make it come now, yesterday, last week, last month, now, that type of thing. So it's a control issue that you're trying to control God. Don't do that. There are very few things I'll tell you not to do. That is one of them. Don't do that. If you want to be put in a timeout, do that. Because he will put you in a timeout. I'm just saying. Slow down. Be patient. Relationship with self, though, and I love that. No, we're not going to get there yet because I haven't gotten here. What I was getting to is that that's part of this little shadow that's there. Because I feel like the shadow will talk to you, and I feel like it's you wanting to move on from this person as quickly as possible and to prove that you're no longer attached to them. I think that's what you're trying to do. But that in and of itself is a shadow that you need to allow to speak to you. Because on the other end of that, you have Three of Pentacles. And I like that this shows up here. Excuse me. Because this is cooperation. This, when it shows up here, is not to go around searching for what you're manifesting. This is actually working together with God, letting it flow, allowing the road to rise up to meet you. Don't look for it. Now, and I like that because it goes along with this, ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. All you gotta do is put one foot in front of the other. The road will meet you. But you have to work together with God. Really cooperate. Stop working against him and saying, now, it's gotta be next week. Because it's almost like that kid that you tell, and I have a child like this, you could not tell him ahead of time that there was a surprise coming. You could not tell him ahead of time. You tell him a couple days before, and by the time the event shows up or is right there a couple days later, it's like you don't even want to do it. You don't even want to go. Because it's like, when are we going? When is it happening? When are we leaving? We leave now, right? We leave now. No. That's the energy. You have to work together. Cooperate. Don't keep pushing the issue. The one thing I do like is the relationship with self, and I'm very impressed with this, and this is so cool. As soon as I drew these cards, I understood it completely, and I just love it. Okay, now, what the world sees is Knight of Pentacles. Slow moving. There's a delay. This means when it comes in your relationship with self sector, this is everybody else sees you give it to everyone else but yourself. Okay, so let me check the time here. What this means, and I'll repeat that for the people in back that didn't hear. Okay. That when it shows up like this, it's that everyone else sees that you give to everyone else first, you give to yourself last. This is a good thing. Can also have its shadow side to it too. The light side of it is that they see that you're selfless, that you are there when they need you. Wow, did you see the incense smoke just shifted? Just shifted. And yes, I pay attention to stuff like that. It just shifted, and the candlelight just shifted too. Like an additional energy. Oh, I know whose energy this is. Okay, I gotcha. So you may get channeled messages in this read. I'm just going to say this right now. Because other people are taking advantage of you, advantage of your kindness, and it's got to stop now. Because you have to care for yourself and nurture yourself in order to find that healing. If you do not, they're going to take advantage of you, and they will break you. They don't care if they leave you destitute. They don't care. I'm trying not to get into the hood moment here, but I feel like something else was with us for a moment, and they are very upset. So whoever this is for, yeah, that's what had happened, and they're mad. Mad. I know who this was. They don't like the fact that they're taking advantage of your kind heart. That you're wanting to be there for other people. You're wanting to help. You're wanting to give back. That's a good thing. You have to temper it with wisdom. You have to temper it with wisdom. I'm going to put it that way. Is that okay that I put it that way? Okay, that's better. Because that's not what I was given. Like, what I was given was very angry. Like, very mad at the other people that are trying to take advantage of you. And they're very mad about it. Because you do have a heart to where you give to other people. You want to be there for them. You want to do that. You are giving out. You need to give in now. This could even be you being put on timeout. Stop giving to everybody else. Give to yourself. Go to your corner. That type of thing. Now, can I move on to the other two? Not yet. Specific details. I know who this is for. I do. I know who this is for. They're making, and I know the presence that was here. Like certain people, yeah, I have additional messages. Certain people were having you run all over the place because it was like, oh, get her to do it. She'll do it. Get this person to do it. They'll do it. It's okay. They'll do it. They'll do it. And they were stepping all over you. Someone's very mad. Like, I'm telling you. They'll face their own karma. They will. They'll face their own karma. It's fine. I got it. I got it. Now, like, mad. It's almost like a you know better than to spread yourself this thin. That type of thing. Don't spread yourself this thin. Don't do this. Yeah, you need to take care of your own for a minute. You need to be there for yourself. You need to heal because you're needed. You're needed. You're needed. Do you hear me? You have to heal this. You have to take care of yourself. But this will depend on making healthy boundaries, drawing a line in the sand, learning to say a very good word and a healthy word. You know what that word is? It's no. Say no. It's okay. Say no. You're allowed to say no. Say no. No will also take care of this. You don't have to add anything else to it. Say no. When people come at you asking you, say no. Just say no. Tell them to go that way. You don't even have to tell them to go that way. Just put up your hand and say no. Because I feel like this is your weak spot. And the reason you haven't faced everything else is because you're busy helping other people and trying to heal other people and you're not facing the elephant in the room. This needs to be taken care of now. There's a wound behind it that needs to be reached and healed. But you can't get to the wound behind it because you're running around and ignoring the obvious. Yeah, like I see like this huge mass in the room. Like you're not even facing that. But there's a wound behind that you have to take care of. And I'm telling you, you have to do it now because you're needed. You have to be able to be... It's not like a growing up energy. It's almost going to be like this aging thing. Like you're going to step from one age immediately much older than your social circle because you need to do that. Like there's things that you have to do now. It can't wait anymore and you have to tell these people no because it's almost like they have plans to use you. Oh, we'll get her to do it and put you in a position that's not good for you. That is really not good. Tell them no. No matter what they say when they call, tell them no. No, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it. Period. Tell them no. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm trying not to run over the time here. Yes, I think I gave the message. At the heart of the matter, Knight of Swords, decisive action, and the Fool, new beginning. Now, what I said about liking these cards that pulled out for this sector was that you have two knights here. And the immediate thing that came to mind was you're saving yourself. But the Seven of Swords is part of that shadow too. This is that manipulation of people using you and stealing from you. This is what they're going to try to do. like manipulate you into doing stuff that you, like, you go do this for me. I need your help with this. Like, can you do this? No, 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 no. Tell them no. Tell them no. Okay, I'm going to pull Vintage Wisdom Oracle card for each of these sectors. There is an extended to this read. If you're interested in the extended, link is down below in the description box. I pull another Oracle card for this, and it's from the Sacred Vision Oracle card deck. And then I read the description on the card. It's very powerful. And then I do another spread. So, I mean, and it gets insight into who is there in the read and everything. Okay, mental is sanctuary. This is about finding a safe, quiet, meditative place so that you can really face these thoughts and heal them. Emotional sector is peace. I love that. And so that's what I just got. Peace be still. To the storm. That's what Jesus said to the storm, was peace be still. Spiritual is intention. In order to manifest, you have intention behind it. Relationship with self, transition. This is emerging from the cocoon after healing. You see the butterfly wings in the card. Okay, before my video cuts out. For the collective sign of Taurus, this is part 1 to your shadow work read. Love and light.